wish and dream in happy home. You will find the kingdom of the gnomes.
One to get ready, two to get steady, and wait! Hold it! I haven't given you the signal to start yet. Knock it off! Stop! Will you cut it out? What are you doing? Whoa! Look out! Stop that! You might hurt somebody. Simmer down. There's no shame. That's no way to hold a boxing match. A clean, honest contest in a spirit of good sportsmanship is one thing, but just slamming around like it, huh?
Some referee looks like you're the one getting slammed around. Maybe you need a whistle.
Okay, I just like playing around with them is all. Besides, I'm afraid they might hurt themselves. After all, this is a sport, not a matter of life and death. You know, we gnomes love all animals, and we get along with them just fine. We care for them and help them whenever they get into trouble. Of course, being a doctor, watching out for folks is my job. I provide expert health care and tend to them when they're sick. It works out fine, because the animals are always ready to do a favor for me. Yeah. That was better than water skiing, Sister Otter. Hello, Brother Boar. Can you give me a lift to the corner mushroom patch? Oh! Yippee! Oh, oh, yeah. When you got pals like the birds and animals, life's a barrel of fun.
Oh, I know you like hanging around with your animal friends, but you can't spend all day playing with them. You have a lot of work to get done today.
Goodbye. See ya.
David!
Huh?
Lisa!
Huh?
Hello!
Why, it's our old friend Cosmo.
He's a long way from home.
Yeah. Hello, welcome.
My dear sweet friends, you two look as if you haven't even aged a century. How do you manage to keep looking so young?
Early to bed and early to rise, that's us. But how about you? We haven't heard from you since you got engaged. How's married life?
Well, I didn't get married. Sometimes I think I will, and then again I think I won't.
Cosmo, you haven't changed a bit. You're a hopeless case.
Cosmo's okay, Lisa. He's just picky. Are you here on your vacation?
I'm sorry to say this is not a pleasure trip, David. I've come to ask you for your help.
What's wrong? Are you sick?
Oh, no, I've never felt better, thank you. No, it's a bunch of bats I'm just worried sick about.
A bunch of bats?
Now, really, why are you so worried about a bunch of bats, huh?
You know that humans are using stronger and stronger poisons to protect their crops. And so every day they're wiping out more and more of the insects that the bats eat. And so pretty soon the bats will all be wiped off the face of the earth too. First, because many are starving to death from lack of insects to feed on. And second...
Oh, I feel sick just thinking about it.
And secondly, the poisoned insects get eaten by other insects. And these in turn get eaten by the hungry bats. So if the bats don't die from lack of food, the poison will finish them off.
Oh, boy, once poison gets in the food, it really messes things up. What can we do about it?
I don't know, David, but we can't let the bats become extinct. In addition to everything else, the humans are starting to cut down a beautiful forest near my home to build roads and houses and who knows what. And what's more, the bats of that area are hibernating in the trees they're going to chop down.
Oh, but that's terrible. We'll just have to take the bats somewhere else.
That's what I thought, but the problem is that it's winter now, and if we were to wake them up, there'd be nothing for them to eat this time of year.
Oh, that's right. What we've got to do is find some way to move those bats without waking them up. Do you know how many bats there are in that area?
I guess there'd be about 200 more or less.
Then the first thing we have to do is to alert all the gnomes of that region to help us. And later, we'll figure out a speedy transport, one that won't rouse the bats from their slumbers. I'm afraid there aren't too many animals that could handle a job this size, but I think our friends the geese might just fill the bill.
Come on. Where on earth will we find geese this time of year?
Way down south, my dear friend Cosmo. They've gone there for the winter. There'll be hundreds of them. Don't worry about that. You and Lisa go and round up all the gnomes in your area and take them to the forest where you live. With their help, you can lift all the bats off the trees and have them ready to be transported. I'll head south and see if I can get some volunteers among the geese. We'll fly to you, pick up the bats, and rush them to the hospital in Las Vegas.
My dear David, that just won't work. If they're carried up into the sky by a flock of geese, they're sure to wake up.
They won't wake up, not all snuggled up in some nice cozy baskets. You two have to get the baskets ready.
Hey, that's a wonderful idea, wonderful. I sure hope it'll work. When do we start?
The sooner the better. Time's a-wasting. I'll find Swift and ride south right away. I gotta recruit those geese. And as for you two, you've gotta come up with 100 baskets. That's a big job you've got. Good luck with your part. Goodbye.
Drive safely, David, and don't worry about us. We'll be all ready for you.
I'll bring the geese to the forest where the bats are as soon as I can. Okay, let's go, Swift.
See you soon, David.
Good luck,
Goodbye.
David.
Good
Goodbye.
luck.
We'd better send a message ahead by telepathy and tell all the gnomes to be ready.
That's right. It'll be a lot faster that way.
Dear friends, I am deeply grateful to you for answering our call for help. Some bats are now hibernating in a forest close to the place where I live, but the humans are getting ready to chop down the very trees that are giving them protection. The bats need our help because if they are disturbed now, they'll certainly starve to death. But David has come up with a real honey of an idea to save them. Without waking them up, we're going to transport them in little bulrush baskets, which we gotta make in one big hurry. Then let's all go together. There we are, friends, right by the river. We can get all the bulrushes for the baskets. Everybody get started, because we gotta have 100 baskets by the time David gets here. And when you make the baskets, remember, they have to be big enough that we can fit 2 bats into each of them. Understand?
Listen, Swift, hear that? They can't be very far. I can hear the geese honking already. Stop! They're over that way. There's no need to be frightened, Sister Geese. I'd like to have a word with your leader. Good morning, ma'am. I've come to ask your help. I have to transport some sleeping bats from another forest to a hospital not far from here in Las Vogos. The bats are being packed in little bulrush baskets, and I need your geese to carry them. I knew I could count on you. This is a noble thing you're doing, and I can't tell you how very grateful I am. I'm sorry, Swift, but I have to leave you here. Every second counts. You're fast, but traveling by air is even faster. You go back home and wait for me. I hope you don't mind if I travel with you. Is everybody ready to go? Off we go into the wild blue yonder.
Now, we have to do this very, very carefully. Everybody pick up the bats one by one, very gently, to keep from waking them up. Then we put them in the baskets, 2 by 2, snuggled in as comfortably as possible. All right, friends, let's get started. Take it easy, lifting them down.
We're getting close. They're straight ahead.
Hey! Is that them? Hey, they're coming, hey!
Hooray! David's here with the geese.
Nice work, David. You've got a regular air transport team at your disposal.
The bats are all in their baskets.
Boy, oh boy, I don't believe it. You got them all ready for express delivery. How'd you do it so fast?
Everybody's done a wonderful job tiptoeing around and being very quiet. All we have to do now is load the baskets on the geese, and then we can rest. Let's go do it.
My dear Cosmo, you've done a great job. Lisa and I'll take over now and head the geese south.
Thank you, David. I knew you were the only one that could have saved those bats.
Yeah. See you soon, Cosmo. I'm glad I was able to help. We're off. The geese are all ready and raring to go. Huh? Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.
dear
Thanks for your help. We couldn't have done it without you.
Goodbye and safe trip with your convoy.
Goodbye. Goodbye. See you soon, Cosmo.
Let me know how everything works out.
The animal hospital is just behind those trees, Lisa. You can come in for a landing. We won't be but a minute, Sister Goose. Wait for us here, please. We'll go look for the staff physician and find out where we're going to put the bats, okay? The clinic is hidden down here in the deepest part of this cave. Come on, Lisa, watch your step.
Okie dokie. Ooh, ooh.
There it is now, Lisa, just beyond that door.
That's it. Easy now. Slowly, slowly. You're doing just fine. We'll soon be there.
Let's check that pulse.
Good afternoon, Doc. I'm sorry to disturb you.
Hey,
It's your old student, David. Don't you remember me?
Of course I remember you. What's the problem?
Well, you see, I'm afraid I've got a rather unusual problem on my hands, and I wondered if you could help me.
Well, get to the point, Sonny.
I realize it's a little irregular, but I'd like to check 200 unconscious bats into your hospital.
Hey, 200 bats? What's the matter with them? Are they hurt or what?
No, asleep. It's just that they're hibernating, and I was hoping you'd take them in and feed them when they wake up.
To tell the truth, don't know. I don't know. Miss Ophelia, do we have any room for them here?
Well, Doctor, the south wing is empty. We can probably put all of them in there.
Well, okay, then that solves that. Just bring all your sleepy friends on down and we'll look after them.
Thank goodness.
There they are.
Oh, still sleeping peacefully.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
Oh.
That's it.
We'll send a telepathic message to Cosmo so he can stop worrying.
I feel a lot better, too, just knowing they're getting professional care.
Well, come on, Lisa. I think it's time you and I went home. Our mice will be wondering why we're gone so long. I know you'll be heading in the other direction, but would you be kind enough to take us home first? You can join your friends later.
It's incredible. I've never had so many patients in my hospital. I love it.
Take good care of our little friends, won't you?
Don't you worry your bean about those bats, David. In my clinic, I always treat my patients like they're my own family. When those bats wake up, I'll give them a big feast and put hair on their chest.
Goodbye, dear friends, and thank you. You've been positively and absolutely wonderful.
Goodbye. Be careful and watch where you're going. I never take my own advice. Bye.
You know, Lisa, I'm so tired I can sleep for a week. Schlitzweiss!
In our next story, it's raining cats and cats. And C-A-T can spell trouble for gnomes. It's Maximilian's birthday, and he's having a big party with lots of singing and dancing. But not everyone's in a party mood as an angry cat carries off a little gnome. Everybody races to the rescue, and it looks like it's going to be a real cat fight. Who'll come out on top when the gnomes take on Big Bad Tom?